will leave in the first 3 years. They will crash and burn, and they will not go past 3 years. So 32% make it past the gate at the 3-year mark. Now, if this was the number that we had for kids graduating high school, we would be concerned. This is the number we have for people entering into the sales field. And I want to talk about why that is. So a very smart person once told me that when you start out as an entrepreneur, you have a choice. You can be a hunter, or you can be a farmer. And I was like, right on, more goats! He's like, no, that's not the kind of farming we're talking about. Well, let's talk about the hunter first. You've probably all experienced this person. Not all car dealerships are bad, but I want you to think about maybe sometime when you've gone to buy a used car, and you get there and there's this high pressure sales. You're like, I think I need to think about this. Well, I got 3 more people lined up to look at this car. If you don't take it today, it's gonna be gone. Lots of pressure, right? This price is only gonna be here today. Hunters are interested in getting fed today. They want money now, and they want to eat tonight. They want to go out and get their prey and eat it. The problem with that is, what happens when you use up this resource? What happens when you're not in a strong economy anymore and you have to compete on a level playing field? What happens is these people early in their career, they make this straight upward trajectory, they rocket, and then all of a sudden, they crash. They either burn out, because it's a lot of work hunting every day for your food, or the economy slows down, and they just can't keep that going. And then you have the farmers. They start off very, very slow. Sometimes they even go down. Sometimes they even hemorrhage a little bit of cash that first year. But what they do is they start planting some seeds, and they wait for them to grow. So about 25 years ago, my husband and I were out looking for our first house, and we had a wonderful realtor. And we started looking at houses, and the first house we looked at, we were so excited. Yeah, let's get this one, it's awesome. It's got everything we want. We can have chickens, it's got a yard, everything's good about it. And he you could see there was this little internal struggle going on in his head. And finally he said, it's a really rough time in real estate right now, and I really want to get paid, but I gotta point something out to you here. Here's the septic field, and 10 feet away is your well. Do you really want to buy a house where your well is 10 feet away from your septic field? And we were like, no, we don't really want to do that. So then we looked at a couple more houses. And we started looking at Cumberland, because 25 years ago, Cumberland had some really affordable houses. And we found this great little house that we wanted to buy. The problem was, 25 years ago, the banks did not think Cumberland was a good place to buy. They would not lend money to buy a house in Cumberland. The only way we could get a mortgage in Cumberland was with a private mortgage at about 16%.
Whoa.
But being young and excited, we're like, let's just do it anyways, we'll make it work. And he's like, you can see this thing going on in his head again, right? We're telling him, we got it figured out, we got it approved, we're gonna do it. And he's like, I still really want to get paid, but if you were my kids, I would not let you do this. I think you guys need to just take a step back, wait a year or two, save some more money, get the house you can afford, get something you want that you don't have to sink a bunch of money into, and you're gonna be in a better spot. He could have been a hunter. He could have made probably $6,000 in commission that day, and he didn't. Instead, he planted a little seed. Put a little integrity in a little hill, covered it up with some dirt, put a little water on it, right? And over here, a little bit of honesty, gave it some water and some sunshine. 2 years down the road, so he didn't make a commission that day. 25 years later, who's still my realtor? Same guy. Rob Nygren, by the way, if you ever need a really good realtor. But 2 years later, we bought a house, more than the first one. He made a commission off of that. 2 years later, we bought another house. Then we bought a revenue property. Now I'm in the mortgage industry. When someone comes in and they want a referral to a realtor, who do I send that deal to? I send it to Rob. So he chose to be a farmer instead of a hunter. He chose to plant some seeds, and he sat back and he watched them grow. So now in my industry, when I first started out, I was the farmer. I was 7 months, not a single file. Not a single file. I was paying rent, I was paying fees, I was hemorrhaging cash. And this lovely couple came in and they wanted to refinance their mortgage. And they're sitting across from me and I'm thinking, man, if I do this right now, you're gonna pay about $8,000 in penalties, you're gonna pay about $1,500 in legal fees. I'm gonna make lots of money. These people are gonna be worse off than they were when they came in. So I sent them back to the bank. I said, go back to your bank. They're gonna waive the penalty for you because you already go there. Come back and see me in a year and let's renew. And I told this to one of my colleagues, I'm a fellow broker online. What are you thinking? You let a huge commission walk out the door. You haven't eaten for 7 months. Like, you have no money. You're spending cash. Why would you do that? I said, because I'm a farmer. And I planted a seed, and this seed is going to grow. And what do you know? 2 weeks later, my phone rang. It was a referral from that same couple. And that was a domino that started my business going. And every day from then on, I wake up in the morning and my phone rings, or I check my email and there's an email. I took the wrap off my car, I got rid of all my advertising. I don't think about where my deals are coming from. They just come because I planted crops and my crops are growing. And I wake up and I go to my garden and I cut some food and I'm good to go. And I want you to know that this doesn't just apply to business. You can plant seeds in life. Every day, in every interaction, you have an opportunity to plant a seed in your relationships, in your schoolwork, in your businesses. So go forth, plant your gardens, and I look forward to seeing what you grow.